Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry for your regular broadcast, which would be a coin review or some pouring or some fun, but I thought that today, of all days, would be a nice day to obviously reflect, as it's the 19th anniversary of those who have lost their lives in the United States during the Twin Towers and, of course, the Pentagon plane strikes, the hijackers. And I figured I would do a very quick, somber, no flair. First off, a thank you to everyone who risked their lives, and a thank you for those of you who helped prevent any further terrorist attacks. But I thought, let's dive into this a little bit. So I'll quickly go. So around 19 years ago today, it was a Tuesday. And of course we had 4 planes under Al-Qaeda who decided to strike in the early morning. Now, first off, there were nearly 3,000 fatalities, over 25,000 injured. Amongst them, of course, were EMS, police, fire, ambulance, doctors, nurses, you name it. Now, I can name the 4 flights. I've written them down, including the timing, but it was horrendous. Obviously, at 08:46, we watched as we saw the North Side Tower on fire, and no one knew what was going on. At 09:03, we saw a plane come crashing into the South Tower. Later on, as the news is breaking and panic is spreading, we hear, of course, that a plane had crashed into the western side of the Pentagon. Already by now, fighter jets are scrambled, everything's into chaos. There's clearly an attack on American soil. At 10:03, the passengers of Flight 93 subdued the hijackers. However, that plane crashed into a field in Stony Creek, Pennsylvania. Now, was this preventable? Was this known? Well, looking through everything, the CIA in 1999 knew of an impending attack, although this is 2 years later. However, what's ironic, I guess, if you want to call it ironic, is that, first off, we had the Iraq War going on for some time, but in 1998, President Bill Clinton, who I was under at the time, decided basically to put in place an Operation Desert Fox. Anyway, this was to combat, of course, any mass weapons of destruction. And later his decision to do so fell under as questionable. Anyway, Bill Clinton's motive apparently was to remove Saddam Hussein from power by any means necessary. And this included everything from liberating funds to you name it, it was there. Now, how does it affect the world? Well, just 4 years later, the London bombing started to occur. And here we are in 2020. What's changed? Well, we're still under constant fears of attacks. We never know what's going to happen next. We also have of course, this pandemic, which is amongst us. But I don't want anyone to forget everyone who has gone and everyone who has done nothing wrong. Some people went above and beyond, and I think we're going to see this later on Phil, aka Bella's dad's stream. But for what I want to actually say is that there were an awful lot of people, an awful lot who ran back, helped others, people in the media, the news, you name it, were helping. This isn't just American spirit or just New York spirit, because of course there's different locations. And this attack and this whole thing, and I'm not going to blame it on a president or whatever, because as I said, we were currently already in, in the Iraq War. But was it, could it have been avoided? Could'ves, would'ves, should'ves can't be factored in at this point. That's not what it's about. It's not about the attackers either. It's about the victims, the survivors, and those who put their lives at risk, the heroes, the real heroes behind all of this. To all of you guys, I thank you very much. Men, women, teenagers, children, some who are just on holiday, some who are there just to do a job. I think this pretty much speaks for itself. As I said, it's not my usual video, so please, this is my tribute to all the survivors, all of the casualties. And yeah, I hope no one ever forgets about any of these events. So when you remember September 11th, remember the 7th of July as well. They're interlinked. They're not separated. It's all the same common goal, the same group involved. There are lots of victims. There are lots of casualties. But more importantly, above anything else, regardless which nation, which country you were in at the time, one thing is clear: heroes prevailed. Heroes stood up. They did the right thing. They acted without thinking. They just did what was right. This is John RMS, aka AceBullion. It's not a bullion video, but it is my tribute. So with a heavy heart, I'm going to say thank you to every single one of you. I'm pretty sure anyone watching this right now, you would have seen it at one time or another, either live, you were there, you were part of it, or you really wanted to be part of it, meaning to help out and assist. So again, I salute you, and I give full love and thought to every soul that was lost from what may have been a preventable action. Have a great day wherever you are, and just take 1 minute out of your day, or in this case just by watching this, to reflect and to remember those who've lost their lives, and to remember about the tragedies which came following this. So thank you so much. Be safe.